following bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the BAMMA Welterweight division. Introducing first the man standing to my right and fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighing in 169 and 1/2 pounds. He is a mixed martial artist with a record of 3 victories opposite a single defeat, fighting out of Durham, England, Johnny Bilton. His opponent stands across the cage to my left and fights out of the blue corner. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall. His official weight 167 and 1/2 pounds. He is a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 3 victories opposite a single defeat, fighting out of Birmingham, England. We are Rocky Edwards. Your referee, Mark Woodard.
Come on, Rocky! Come on, Rocky!
So, similar ages, 22 and 21. The height with Edwards, and again, similar records, 3-1 and 0. Both men perfectly matched here as we come into round 1.
Bilton with a kick missing. Edwards gauging distance, looking ready to pounce. Big, huge back leg. I tell you what, Bilton better count his lucky stars that he had that guard up, because that came with, mean intentions.
That's right, Edwards, obviously the local Birmingham lad. That's why we've got such big support in here for him. And standing from that southpaw stance, but with such support comes pressure as well, Pierre.
Definitely, but I tell you what, saying that, he doesn't look that like much will phase him. I mean, those kicks are whipping.
Yes, and the second kick comes up to the face of Bilton, and again, it's a good job that guard is high. Very focused looking young man, Rocky Edwards here.
Rocky with the lead hook backhand, dancing around, switching from southpaw to orthodox, back to southpaw.
And just out of range of Johnny Bilton's own high kick. And taking time to have a good look at each other here. No attempts for takedown yet, both happy upright. That left hand just missing though from Rocky.
I tell you what, that punch almost leapt out at the screen at me. I actually backed off. That was thrown with some heat.
But Bilton, that nice high guard.
Now in previous fights, Leon Edwards has utilized that inside leg kick, which is perfect for a southpaw to throw. Let's work on the mobility of Bilton.
Well, we've also seen that he can kick very high. So what you do is you chop away at the leg, and then when your opponent is looking at that, then you bring that high kick in. I always say, don't ever show your opponent just how high you can kick right off the bat. Let them find out the hard way.
Now, I've got Rocky winning the stand-up, so at what point does Bilton have to change gears and look for a takedown?
That's right. When you look at Bilton's record, 2 of his 3 wins are by submission, so he's happy on the ground. And as you said, he's had enough time to realise that Rocky Edwards is dangerous upright.
Rocky in and out. Ooh, very hard knee up through the middle. And we call that a stair-stepping knee.
And the left hand landed as well, Pierre. I'm going to reiterate your question. When does Johnny Bilton think, actually, I better take this down to the ground, because the signs are looking ominous here, because that lead right hand landed as well.
I'll tell you who he looks like to me. Rocky Edwards on that little exchange right there looked like a Vanderlei Silva. Forward motion, squared up, punches and bunches, going after it. Oh, I love this fight.
Well, Johnny Bilton's face showing signs of marking up early here. And you do wonder when he needs to think about testing Edwards on the ground, because it's a dangerous game he's playing upright with a man that knows his way around. And again, the left hand lands.
Now Rocky going for the takedown. I really don't know why, because he was winning the stand-up. Let's keep it on the feet, because he was dominating. Arm in guillotine here by Bilton.
Yes, I don't think it's too dangerous at the moment, though, is it, Pierre? He hasn't postured up. He really can't crank that with the tall. With Bilton being the shorter man, it's going to be hard to crank that up.
Yeah, a lot harder. Not only that, Rocky had him posted up against the fence, so he wasn't able to get that leverage. Now we see a little bit of marking under the left eye of Bilton.
And that's from the lead right hand of Edwards. So again, I would like to see Bilton maybe change tack here and take this to the floor and see what his man's got there, because in the upright position, you can only see at this precise moment in time one winner.
Without a doubt. I think that Rocky has it as far as like speed and power on the stand-up. He's beating Bilton to the punch. Nice little reversal there. Rocky with his back up against the cage. Beautifully executed there by Johnny Bilton.
Come on, Rocky!
Both guys jockeying for control. Wrist control by Rocky.
And you can hear the crowd calling Rocky, Rocky, to try and get their man back into the action here. And a nice turn in that knee, and then the fast hands. And suddenly Bilton's in trouble as those knees and punches in bunches come through.
He's going to have to change the level, try to go straight down into a double leg or a takedown. He's got to get out of that position. There's only one winner so far in the stand-up, and that has been Rocky all night long.
Yes, one of these knees will come through clean. Now Bilton's going to make it to the end of the round, but it's been a dominant round by the man they call Rocky, the local hometown Birmingham favourite, Leon Edwards. So Pierre, dominant first round for Leon Rocky Edwards.
Bilton has to get him to the ground. I don't see any. Now look at this barrage here. And this was one after another. He spills blood and he goes for it. Huge knee. Each one of these shots has knockout potential.
Yes, that only needed to get through clean one of those knees, and he's in real trouble. And there's that high point kick that we saw and the fast hands. And it makes me beg the question again, for a man that's comfortable on the floor, why has Bilton not gone down yet?
Bilton needs to rely on the over-aggressiveness of Rocky. Bring him in, bait him, then change levels and look for a takedown. That's the only way, unless he goes a Hail Mary pass and catches him on the stand-up, that I think that he can win here tonight.
Come on, Rocky! Rocky! Rock him up!
So here we go with round two, and will Johnny Bilton change tactics, or will he play the dangerous game that he's played in round one and stand upright with Rocky, Leon Edwards? Now that seemed to me a half-hearted attempt for a lock-up there with Bilton. He got it, but it wasn't very confident.
No, and he needs some confidence. He needs something to spur him on, because he's going to so far, he's been not very impressive on his takedown attempts, or lack of.
The thing in his favor, though, as we mentioned between rounds, is that there's a chance that Edwards can become overconfident. The fight's going his way, the game's going his way. You get confident when you're upright like that. Suddenly, when your man goes for the double leg, he might be shocked.
And in the States, we'd call that catch him slipping. So if he can catch Rocky slipping, then I'd like to see if he can, change the game here in the second round. Get him on the ground. Let's test Rocky off of his back. However, taking him to the ground with him on top position might be and again, hammer fist to the back. And the referee's going to stop this. He's seen enough.
Well, Rocky there, he showed us in the first round. He warned Bilton in the first round. A barrage of punches dropped Johnny Bilton to the deck, and when he was down, the hammer fist drained in, and Mark Woodard stopped it. Superb finish when he got the opportunity. Ruthless finish by Leon Rocky Edwards that's going to send his fans home happy.
Mark Woodard calls the bout, and 1 minute 11 seconds of the second round. Your winner by TKO, Leon Rocky